Okay, so tonight we're making chili. Okay, so I got my ground beef, my pot. Yeah, I know I love my garlic. I got my tomatoes right here, and my thyme. I got onions. I have the red onions and also the regular yellow onions. And these are all the seasonings that I use today, complete. My garlic powder, my paprika, my oregano leaves, and adobo. And I have some sazon for after I put the meat inside the pot. And then I also have my chili mix that I am going to be using. I have some small red beans. I have some chili beans in hot sauce. And I have some regular all natural tomato sauce with roasted garlic. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this in the pot. And mind you guys, this is my first time making chili ever. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see how this goes. I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and get everything inside the pot and I'll be right back. And my chili will also be made over some rice. And I have a special treat. We also have some cinnamon bun rolls. I heard it was good to dip your cinnamon bun rolls in some chili. So we're gonna see how this goes. I got my beef going. And remember guys, like I told you, I really don't know how much seasoning I use. So, like I said before, it's always best to season as you go. Season to taste. If you're not really good at seasoning, just season everything to taste. So right now I just have my ground beef in my pot. We didn't add anything yet. We really want to kind of cook the ground beef a little bit more before you go ahead and add your stuff because you don't want it to go ahead and cook out. So once this ground beef gets cooked down, I'll be back to show you how to add all your ingredients in. So before I wasn't able to show you guys how I do my rice. So I just basically wash my rice out first. I wash it about 3 times. What I told you before, you only need an inch or 2 above your rice. So you should at least see the rice above an inch or 2.5 inches above the water. The rice, I'm sorry. Chili's going. As you're cooking it, you want to take the clumps out. You don't want it to get too hard before you try to take the clumps out because it might be a little hard to do so after. So as you're going, you're just taking out these clumps. And it's always best to use a non-stick pan. You always want to make sure you use a non-stick pan. We'll be back to finish this. Now the rice. You turn your stove on medium high. I always love to cook on medium high. That way I know that I won't burn my rice. Most people season their rice with just salt and pepper. I like to put different stuff in my rice. So I add a little bit of complete, just a little bit to give it a little bit of flavor. And as you know, for my all-time favorite, my garlic. I love my garlic. You can either use butter in your rice or oil. Today, because I'm making chili and it does have a lot of seasons in there already, I'm going to just go ahead and use some oil. You can use any type of oil that you want. I love to use Crisco. And you just pour a little bit in the pot so that the rice won't stick together while you're cooking. Then you're gonna just go ahead and mix it all up. We're gonna wait till you bring this to a boil. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that the ground beef is like all chopped, and it's okay if you do have a little bit of clumps in there. Sometimes you just won't get it all the way out. And I can't use a fork in this pot because it's non-stick and I don't want to scratch my pot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my onions. My rice is still boiling. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells so good. Okay, so now I added my onions. Now it's okay to go ahead and add your beans. Okay, now you see this little stuff that's stuck in the bottom of the can? Pour a little bit of water. You're just going to go ahead and mix that all up because you want that. That's what you want. Want to get all that out. I'm going to pour that in there too. You're going to go ahead and you're going to mix it all up. And now my chili beans and hot sauce. I don't know how hot this is, so I'm only going to use a little bit. I guess I'll just use all of it. We're going to do the same one for that. Mix it all up. I smelled them, guys, and it didn't smell like really hot, so I said we're gonna go ahead and use that. You're just gonna mix all of it up. Now remember that we still have the tomatoes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my thyme. Thyme always gives your food flavor. This time we're not gonna pick it off. We need all that. So we're going to let this cook down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and mix it up because I am recording with one hand, so I need both my hands so I can go ahead and stir it. I'll be right back. Now we're going to go ahead and add our chili powder. And just in case you didn't see before, this is the chili powder that I used. And I also had some tomato sauce. And my tomatoes. That looks really good. My rice is coming along. And we're going to mix all of this up. Be back after I mix this, guys. Now that all the water's gone, this is what you want to see. Again, I don't have any flour paper, so I use a paper bag and I covered it over. My stove is on low, and you're going to go ahead and let that sit for 15 to 20 minutes. So on top of all my seasonings, I'm going to add a little bit of complete. You just want to drizzle it over the top. So over the top is what you want to do. A little bit of adobo for some spices to wake it up. Some garlic powder. And some oregano leaves. Then we're going to mix all of this. We're going to turn this back up on medium high so we can get that boiling. Look how good that looks. It's gonna taste really good, y'all. I'll be right back. See how nicely that's coming along. It's nice and spicy. And I also added a little bit of Sazon when you guys weren't looking. So now my rice is finished. I know you guys are wondering, like, she has that big pot of chili with this little bit of rice. I like to cook my rice as I go. I hate leftovers, guys. And this is what you want. So this is steaming like great. It's like been 15 minutes. You see how nice and shelly that is? That's what you want. You want your rice to be nice and shelly. You don't want it to be too soft and clumpy. So now we're just going to put the lid back over and let it sit just for probably about 5 to 10 more minutes. And there you guys have it. Chili over white rice. And we also have cinnamon rolls that we're going to dip inside the chili for that sweet and nice taste. It's optional. You don't have to do it. You can always eat it over rice. You can make chili and actually eat it over anything you want. This is a real easy meal. It doesn't really take that long. I'll say 20 minutes top for everything to be cooked. And thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, leave comments for me and let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll be more than happy to show you guys how to cook it. Bye. Until next time.